Morals and Precepts, Chapter 61, Prayer. Prayer is the communication of the soul of man with the soul of God. It is the effective means whereby the great dam of spiritual power and inspiration is tapped. Above all, it is not a babble of words. When you pray, do so in silence, with all the words retained within yourself. Pray not with the tongue and mouth, but with the Spirit. Inharmonious noise within the sanctuary of God is detestable to Him who is the God of harmony. Rites that produce loudness are an abomination to His ears. Implore Him with a loving heart in quietness, and He will hear your words and accept your offering. The ear of God is closed to the man who speaks, but is open to the silent man. When he who is silent comes to speak, not that men may hear but God, then he hears him. Is not the great God known among us as the listener in the silences? Is not silence the speech of love? God speaks in the still silences. He communes with man in the silences of the soul. And in silence was the creative word spoken. Seek always after silence and quietude, and seek friends among the silent ones. The man who fears to be alone with himself in silence or solitude will never discover the secrets of the soul. Men go into the wilderness to commune with their souls in silence. Only thus do they receive a reply. He who lives ever among noise and turmoil says, "I have no soul." When in prayer, occupy yourself with the affairs at the boundary of the region of hope, for prayer spans the great unseen barrier. Prayer is the bridge between two regions, but few there are among men who know how to pray, that the bridge may be opened. Words are unimportant to prayer, for good and fine words alone are not edifying to God. He hears that which is spoken from the heart, and reads that which is written in the soul. Therefore, those who are answered are few, and those who are not because of their own inadequacy say, "Where is God, that He hears me not?" The souls of men, swathed in flesh and wrapped in passions, cannot easily commune with God. Successful prayer needs much conditioning of the soul. It requires a lot of preliminary preparation and is, therefore, rare. Men say, prayer is futility. And to say such as they, so it is, but it is not prayer, but their conception of prayer that is futile. If a man write so that none understand him, is the reader or the writer at fault if the writing cannot deliver its message? When speaking to a southern man, he understands not, unless you use his own language. Even so, you should communicate with God in His manner. The ingredients of prayer are humility, sincerity, surrender of desire, acknowledgement of inadequacy, and a wholehearted offering of self. It is the opening of a door to admit a wonderful power into the chambers of the soul. Prayer, as it should be, is followed by a profound peace, a spiritual uplifting and a feeling of inner quietude, as though a cool, clean breeze sweeps into the spirit, strengthening and reviving it, so that clear thinking follows naturally. When at prayer, listen to the voice of the Spirit, for it may be interpreting the words of God. Prayer renders the soul articulate. The length of prayer is unimportant, but the depth and range of prayer matters above all else. Prayer is a state of harmony, embracing heart and spirit. It is not a rite.